Welcome into the Bro Force Squad, where it's girls' night. We're all lubed up.
Thank God.
Ride the pony. This is another world-famous movie commentary on Magic Mike. We have our movies paused at the red background's up. A Time Warner company is fully on the screen. I have it on YouTube. 10 seconds in. Jeff, HBO Max. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I don't know how many seconds
14
in I am.
seconds in.
14 seconds.
in.
Yeah.
So introduce ourselves. They call me Matt Tarzan Geiger, and my dance partners this evening are Jeff, Loose Fit, Condoms Only Please, Hornacek, and Ronnie, 8-second Ab Cycling. So,
Man,
Jeff,
marathon man over here. I like it.
Jeff, when you were stripping in, back in the day in college, did the hot ones or the fat ones tip you more?
Well, I don't know if you actually heard. I was a prison stripper, meaning I would basically go into like our state penitentiary, and then I got college credit for it. But I would let inmates, mostly nonviolent, just gawk and objectify me, and then I would leave. It was usually like 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how many inmates were in there. So my stripping experience, while I still put it on a resume, it's different than most people would think.
Okay. And Ronnie, your abs, which are just gorgeous. I mean, I'm a fat fuck, but I live vicariously through you. Is it more diet? Is it more exercise? What's your secret?
Well, really, I wanted to save money on a washing machine. So I was like, hey, get these washboard abs. And, it's amazing how much my electric bill and water bill's gone down.
Did you forget about how inefficient that form of hand washing is?
No, you get to rub it on my body. It's pretty great. So,
It's too bad Matt's so fat and out of shape. He can't relate to either of us. I'm sorry, man.
He wishes.
All right. Everyone have your dildos out. Magic Mike, Time Warner Company, fully out. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Magic Mike.
All right, I'm popping my pink champagne. Woo! That actually really shut up.
That's what she said.
Get off. I mean, the opening scene doesn't, have to be the best, but it has to set a tone.
You know what's funny? Although their characters' body mass index is vastly different, the background shot of him with like the stadium lights is eerily similar to the first shot in Dallas Buyers Club, where he's fucking the chick at the rodeo and probably gets AIDS.
Well, actually, I think this connects, doesn't it? Loosely.
Yes, likely it's the same universe, right?
Yep. If Leonardo DiCaprio movies all connect, this definitely connects to Dallas Buyers Club.
Matthew McConaughey's character, who's from Texas, but I think he's actually from Austin area.
Yep.
Matthew McConaughey had to just be relishing this role when he read it. So if
anyone else?
He's like, if I want to be a stripper, I want to be the owner too, but also I want to be an owner stripper, kind of like Pete Rose used to be. He's like, that's not what Pete Rose did. But
this movie really have to just feel like Jude. Like, we're going to tell a story. Like, this isn't Goodfellas. Like, you don't have to, give us the time and date and city. I'm guessing this is a pretty easy plot to follow.
The word, you don't want someone leaning over being like, what month was this all taking place in?
What month is this in, though? That's Banner. Like, he can't, like...
Drink.
See, they know what the ladies want.
In the first, like, the movie, like, showing...
Is that Olivia
like,
Munn?
Oh!
Yes, Olivia Munn's in this.
Those are boobs.
Yes, and those are her tits.
Likely, she went to the same college as you.
Yes, she did. And I did not see those boobs when I was in college.
That's another...
Unfortunately.
So
Man, lots of new... We're just hitting it off strong here, guys.
This is awesome, though, because, hey, your girlfriend wants to take you. God, this sucks. I'm going to have to watch this. Like, okay, well, it's got a little something for the men, too.
Yeah, so here he thinks she's mad at him for not knowing her name, but she's actually like, what the fuck is this bitch's name? Caramel? It's something you eat. I know that. It's like a...
What a stretch for Olivia Munn playing, like, a crazy skanky chick.
Yeah, she probably had to do a lot of research for this one.
I don't know.
Was this 2012? First off, anyone who can get laid with those shorts, my God.
God, those shorts used to be so fun, cool. And now it's like you have to show all your needs.
Matt, do you know when the Olivia Munn text messages to Chris Pine leaked? Was it? It was probably right around this time, right?
Nah, I bet it was after this. This movie came out when I first moved to Texas, so it's probably like 2012.
Yeah.
because I remember going to the cougarest of cougar bars right across from the movie theater, and like they all got out of this movie.
That's pretty funny.
So they don't know each other, is what I'm gathering here.
Is that
Where's
yeah?
the other chick at? Is she just still sleeping? And then she's
Matt,
just getting
not all of us work 9 to 5s. Maybe she's the graveyard shift at the hospital where she's obviously a nurse.
This is what I love about movies. Like, Kay lives in the shitty part of town, but has a beach view. You know how much fucking that apartment would be? That's a pretty nice truck. I guess
Yeah,
that's
he
all.
must have something.
It's a lease.
I bet women tip better than men. Strip clubs.
100%.
You know, because they're going for bachelorette parties and like for reasons, right? Men go to strip clubs because they're sad. Like
It's a reason.
you know, when women go, it's like they know they're going
Fun,
to
yeah.
like just get fucked up, right? Like
I'm kind of digging the color palette here. It's like all like muted orange kind of.
guys, I'm like really worried we're all gonna really like this movie.
No doubt we are. So oddly enough, we said this I think off pod. This is directed by Steven Soderbergh, who, as Matt and I really appreciate, did Ocean's 11, of course. But so I don't know why he did this, but whatever. My first Horns fun fact of the night, though, almost sounds unbelievable. And it says, these are courtesy of IMDb, so if they're wrong, write the hate mail and the death threats to them. It says the film's $6.5 million budget was self-financed by actor-producer Channing Tatum and director Steven Soderbergh. Those two guys couldn't get someone to finance a fucking movie for $6.5 million.
Dude, that's actually a steal for them.
Channing Tatum was. What dance movie was he in that kind of made him?
Magic Mike.
No.
Fuck was like the last dance. It's like B-Box or fucking I don't fucking know.
Step Up. Step Up.
But this movie is loosely based on his life. I don't know if you guys know, but he stripped.
Yeah, I did actually hear that. Think about all the shit movies that get like
balls in my face before he made it big.
So this is like the 8 Mile to Eminem. What Channing Tatum is, right? Like
great analogy, yeah.
Right, like kind of based in their life, like take some liberties.
For sacking groceries, kind of. Yeah, sure, why not?
It's like the Kurt Warner story, but this is actually a little less homoerotic.
People actually wanted to see this.
Wonder if that's the only scene Olivia Munn's in.
I think
if it got us our tits, then job well done.
But think about the movies that get like insane budgets that are absolute shit. Like, how can a movie with Steven Soderbergh and even just Channing Tatum in 2012, no one would give them $6.5 million to finance?
And you can't convince me Hollywood was like, oh, a movie about male strippers, that's not gonna sell. Like
shut the fuck up. Of course
this was gonna do fine. Yeah. There's no way. They financed the stupidest shit. Like, no. Maybe they were offered and Soderbergh and Channing Tatum knew if they did it themselves, they'd get like, much more of the profits, and they just turned down.
Yeah, maybe that makes more sense.
It is kind of like 8 Mile though, where he's just like, just making odd jobs to make it, stripping. He's like, man, I want to fucking make it, but
shit, we should do 8 Mile.
That would be a good one.
I watched that a lot on TV. It's just I don't know. It was so cool when it came out, and now
it doesn't quite hold up.
Really, I think it holds up. Watching it on TV is wrong, dude. You can't do it on TV. But we'll save that for another time.
Yeah, see Brittany Murphy getting raw dogged in a fucking GM plant or wherever he works.
Matt, this was the same year that 21 Jump Street came out, so this was a pretty big year for Channing Tatum.
Oh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, let me guess that. I bet 21 Jump Street came out like that winter or something.
Yeah. This has to be a summer movie, right?
Oh, yeah, it was. Gotta fucking hose the women off when they come out of this stuff.
I can only imagine what it was like in a Nashville theater, like when this came out. Like that's always the Capital Bachelorette.
And then they go to their actual strip club, and they're like, "Oh, no one here looks like Channing Tatum."
Wait a second, we were lied to.
Well, they probably some of them might, but they're all like gay. Like none of them are straight. Have sex.
I had that interview at T-Mobile. Yeah, well, we know they're just notoriously hard to interview with.
Starting to turn science fiction that he is gonna fall in love with this chick and just like not care about Olivia Munn anymore. Like maybe a fucking dragon will come and strip too later. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be almost more realistic.
This chick's
girl,
great, but
yeah, she needs to close her mouth. She's like, looks like a fish.
I just thought because she was talking. Okay, yeah, that's who. Yeah,
What video game is this guy playing?
it's awesome that when you talk to women, they're like, yeah, it's sick how people objectify women's bodies and stuff. But then when Magic Mike XXL come out, they're like, woo, sign me up, bitch. Like, let's fucking go.
I saw it twice.
And came 3 times, if you know what I mean. I went twice and came 3 times. Get it, Ronnie?
Actually, I do not. I don't know what it means when a woman comes. I was told. I've asked those questions before. And I said you'll know it when it happens.
That we were told as kids.
Are they in Miami for this?
I believe
Florida for sure. Yeah.
Well, it's not that upper class, Jeff. I believe it's Tampa.
Tampa would make more sense.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Tampa, Tallahassee.
Head on the plot. Alice he basically wants to be the Buffalo Wild Wings of male strip clubs, and the next one he opens up, he wants it to be in Miami. It's kind of a Coyote Ugly thing where, the main guy owns it, which makes no fucking sense. Like, the owner would be a Danny DeVito looking motherfucker. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
3% body.
Because that would be the guy that would want, I mean, I know it's a male strip club, but he would want to be like either around strippers or be the guy who could, like the Cougars would come in and be like, I technically own the place.
You're either the owner getting paid for hand jobs before the AFC Championship game or the quarterback banging Instagram models. You can't be both. Like, it's one or the other. You're either
Danny DeVito could be both. I disagree.
Right. He's the only one.
He's the only one. I have actually been in a Coyote Ugly, and it did not live up to what I was told.
I went to one in Vegas. It was pretty fun, but it was because it was in Vegas. You go to a fucking...
Probably that was better.
Fun, so
was he just recruited to be a stripper, and he's like, no, I'm good?
Well, Channing
like
was like, dude, I like your style. You remind me a lot of me, so I'm going to take you under my wing and make you a male stripper.
I was gonna say, if he doesn't want to join the strip club, he'd be like the soul skater of people who take their pants off.
I think they call him the Kid. He's kind of like the Ken Griffey Jr. back in like '89. We're like, dude, this guy's got loads of talent. Just wait till he matures.
Loads of talent.
Oh.
Interesting way to phrase it.
I hope he doesn't blow his load. Oh, God. No.
It's always good to have some guys ready in the minor leagues, in case a stripper goes down with like a sprained anus or something.
Next man up. It's just like, it's just like
no one's strip club is 100% this time of year, We're all battling through something.
Especially Dallas. I mean, he's a veteran. He takes good care of his body, but you never know when he's going to fucking go down.
What do they say, Matt? We're all one strip away.
Yeah, you're always one strip away from your last strip.
They do say that.
One strip away from your last strip. That guy, also, I know he wasn't, but that bouncer looked a lot like Stone Cold.
This is 2012, Jeff. This is before load management hit strip clubs, where they're like, Jesus, Dallas, you went for 5 nights in a row. It's the second night of a back-to-back. Like, set this one out.
Well, every year, that's why you can't compare the records, Matt. These strippers are getting bigger, stronger, faster.
Right. I don't know if I could be a male stripper.
You don't know that you could be a male stripper?
I don't know. I mean, like, maybe
couldn't.
like when I was drunk one time, but what if I, had allergies that night? I just don't really feel like, or I ate a lot.
Does that not happen to women?
Or what if I just want to? What if I just want to talk? I don't want to just strip. What if I want to let you get to know who's in here?
Next time any of us go to strip club, you gotta play. Like, do you ever have allergies? And just
what happened?
Don't want to do this tonight.
Mid cough, like have a coughing sesh, like while they're up on stage.
Get a little bloated. Like, God, I don't want to take my clothes off tonight. I just feel bloated.
Yeah, like what if the stripper is allergic to cat hair, and someone who has a cat has their cat's hair all over them? They get a private strip show. Like,
I thought you were gonna say someone brought their cat to the strip club. I was like, this person I need to speak with right away.
they're very but protective of their cat.
Guys, it kind of takes away from the illusion when what's it from where you go where the girl's like stripping in a cage and it goes, if you say you can get out, it'll really turn me off. It just takes away from the
What
illusion.
is that from?
But it's that he says something to that effect. Like here, these girls aren't in a cage; they just look like they're like in the streets of Verona.
Fuck. That is a
Well,
reference
here
to
he
something I've absolutely seen.
He's like, tell her you're sorry. Of course, the chick digs that. Like, what's
Sorry about my gender. Oh my god, that's totally fine. That wasn't even you. Like I was just being an asshole. This looks like bag cereal Karen Gillan, who plays Nebula, the redhead.
Yeah, there's always the. So it's her birthday, so you got to get rid of the friend that's, the offensive line. We all know about that. You go for the drug chip, but they always have the O-line.
What you need to do, Matt, is stunt. Have your friend speed rush on the outside, and then you can go in.
Those O-line chicks are tough, though, because they usually have a boyfriend or something. It's like, she's going home with me, I'll tell you that.
Who's playing in the back? Sugar Ray?
I don't know if Sugar Ray would even get on the bill on this club on a Saturday
It was 2012 in Tampa. I feel like that's a place they would thrive. If there's one place Sugar Ray would be okay, it's Florida. I feel like.
With his frosted tip.
Cycling, she just went woo, so we got a woo girl.
Woo! Oh yeah, I don't know why we haven't wooed yet. We need to like woo anytime we see like a butt.
This is amazing because it's a chick movie about men, which you probably don't get very. Like most chick movies are like, Bridget Jones trying to find a boyfriend to keep her weight under control or something. Like that'd be like a male movie with all women cast, which I couldn't name. Ghostbusters in one. That's awful. Like trying to think of a movie. Mean Girls is 4 women. I mean, men dig it too. It's a great film. Check out our commentary on that. Probably the drunkest I've ever been on pod.
That one's doing very well for us. Exquisite, spelled with just an X. Pretty great name.
Who do you think came up with that?
I think they hired an outside marketing agency.
Dallas is a fucking marketing whiz. He's got the money and the body. He's got it all.
Wait, McConaughey's character's name is Dallas?
No, McConaughey's is.
Oh,
yeah.
100% he wrote that name for himself. Listen, I know his name is
Texas.
Tyler.
I got the accent. Like, yeah, we get it, Matthew.
I know my guy's name was Tyler in the script. I made a few changes.
I honestly, the behind the scenes or like making of would be more entertaining to me than watching this movie because it'd be Channing Tatum and Manganiello and Kevin Nash working out while McConaughey is bathing in the nearest river.
Yeah. That sign said $15 advance tickets, $20 at the door. What kind of idiot isn't buying these tickets in advance?
I don't know, man.
This is his day job. He just fucking tries shit on stage and sees what will work. While you're working the 9 to 5, I'm in here
hours before the game. He's just doing tea work to get some feels in before.
I feel like there's part of Matthew McConaughey who would be like, I could have done this in real. Like this could be what my life was.
That's why it's like a method role for him. Matt, this is the stripper equivalent of jogging the stadium steps,
I feel like if we had McConaughey on pod, we'd enjoy it for like an hour. Then after that, we'd get like really tired of it. A little bit of him goes a long way in certain roles. Let me just say that.
Yeah. Cycling McConaughey in this vest. This reminded me of something someone we knew in high school would wear, but I don't want to say their name on the pod. I'll text it to you and tell me what you think.
Please do, because I wonder if I'm thinking of the same person.
Oh, Manganiello sews too. What a sensitive side to him.
I think
There's more to these male strippers than meets the eye.
Richie. And this is Diesel, aka Oz, aka Kevin Nash, Big Daddy Cool, Big Sexy from the NWO Wolfpack.
The guy's balls in the kitchen, like, okay, we get it. Is this like all a kitchen?
Dude, you got to
No,
eat
I
a
think it's
chicken
is it a kitchen?
to fucking look like that, you know? So probably.
I mean,
Probably
the
coop outside.
female strip clubs have food, so why not? You know,
First, I thought it was a dressing room, but that's definitely like an oven or a dishwasher.
the strip club in our hometown, Jeff, had a sign on its marquee that said, "Come for our holiday spread." I
Hey,
was like, respect to that. That was that.
CUM?
No, I didn't say CUM. I
Oh,
think that
thank
would-
God.
Yeah, I think there's too many. You know, it's in a very big
I'm
intersection.
like, damn, that sounds
Come in for our holiday spread. I was like, oh, respect.
When it cuts back to Manganiello sewing, he's a real stickler for the uniform. So when they go fireman themed, if you look behind him, he has 4 different size axes. He's like, depending on the level of the fire that our fake firefighters have to put out, depends which axe I get.
Is he like, what is he famous for? Was it just because Sofia Vergara made it huge? Like, oh, that's her husband, and he's been in some off roles. Because I don't know him from.
He's gotten increasingly, right? Like it kind of happened gradually.
I just don't know what is his like what the fuck's his name? God, I can't fucking remember his name now. But he was in like Jupiter Ascending and
Channing Tatum was in Jupiter Ascending. Eddie Redmayne?
Jeff. No, he was a guy in Las Vegas. But
Manganiello was on True Blood.
Okay, that's where he was big on. That was my point. I was like, usually he's in some show, like some teeny bopper fucking show that you're like, Josh Duhamel's who I'm thinking of. Then you're like, okay, this is where you guys start from, and then he did that, and then
How I Met Your Mother was
was
in How I Met Your Mother in the second season, and that was like 2004.
Like a spot or in
No, he was
just
like a
guess.
recurring role, but in the whole show, he's probably in like 15 episodes.
But my point is, like I mean that first season was really, I mean that's only 2000. That's 20 years ago almost. So
yeah, dude, I hate Gabriel Iglesias. I'm sorry.
No apologies here.
I've never seen any of his stand-up, but he seems like a George Lopez to me. That every single joke is probably about him being Latino. That I don't really understand. I'm not black, but I get, Chris Rock's jokes. I think they're funny.
Is this liquor? What is this?
You can get them drunk, but it doesn't give you the hangover or something.
Something without all the calories. I want this.
Oh yeah, it's you drink and it's with none of the calories. Is what it is.
How?
Hopefully, like a seltzer before seltzers came out.
Yeah, but it's like alcohol inherently is what has the calories.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Why don't you just do blood?
Baby.
It's you skinny and you get a fucking awesome rush.
Best of both worlds. By looking at the blinds, you can definitely tell this used to be a hibachi restaurant.
Oh, here we go, guys. I think we're gonna get some woos.
They're true showmen. I mean, and I mean that honestly. Like, male strippers, it's a craft.
I was gonna say, because like female, like I don't know, there has to be more, right? Like female strippers, it's like, all right, let's get to the point and just rub up on me. Like this is a show.
Kevin Nash had to have been flattered to get cast in this.
So you want to talk about his filmography?
Yeah, please.
So he's in The Punisher. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I do.
He's a Russian. Longest Yard.
Yeah. That has so many wrestlers in general in it.
Oh, yeah. And then Magic Mike XL. I mean, he's in quite a bit of films. It's pretty impressive.
Was he... I actually recently saw Santa's Slay, S-L-A-Y, with Goldberg. Wasn't he in something where he played like a murderer, but he was like a fantasy character? Like a version of Thor or something?
I think he was in Fred Claus or something like that, where a lot of the elves were midgets, and he was like, it was almost elf before elf, but he's done some good shit, dude. And he's one of, I mean, growing up wrestling, I mean, he's not one of my all-time favorites, but I always really appreciated Kevin Nash.
This is like the iconic.
This is way more intensive than anything I've ever seen at an actual strip club.
I'm like captivated. I can't even commentate. I'm watching. Who's the guy? He kind of looks like Wilmer Valderrama, the Wilder Valderrama kind of guy.
I know who you're talking about.
That isn't Wilder Valderrama, is it?
Looking up the cast.
Adam Rodriguez.
Tito is not Wilmer Valderrama, and he's just like back there being like, all right, I want to go to school here. He's recruiting.
He's like smiling. Like,
I like the science lab. What can I say?
The thing about strip clubs, female strip clubs, 99% of the males in there are not good looking. It is probably the opposite in male strip clubs because it's all bachelorette parties and young women.
Good point.
I think that it's about having a body. Yeah.
Oh my god, I did never do this.
I'm so bad.
I gotta say, they get really into their characters. It's great.
Yeah, this is performance art. Like, this feels like something you go to in Vegas, right? Like, but you go to another strip club, a male strip club, yeah, you don't get any show.
Dude, you gotta be careful with that sledgehammer, man. That thing slips out of your hand.
I wish this was in Vegas, but they probably didn't want to because they still had the dirty aftertaste of Showgirls, which I think is a fucking phenomenal movie that should have won an Oscar. But
I've never seen it.
oh my god. If you think Kelly Kapowski is the hottest chick on Saved by the Bell, watch Showgirls.
Change everything I knew from my childhood.
This chick.
This is exactly like a show in Vegas. It's not like Down Under is one of the ones they have.
Yeah, Thunder and Down.
Well, they
Under.
have Magic Mike shows. My wife is going to a bachelorette party there in a few months, and they're going to a Magic Mike show. Like they've already.
Don't you love the idea they see these, like, it's not like going to a female strip club. You're like, you come home and you're like, your girlfriend, wife, whatever is always hotter than those girls. This is a situation they come back to you. They're like, oh, no, your body's great. No, I love the dad bod. It's perfect.
Fucking
This is one where like the stripper with the clipboard now, like you got to come in the game, man.
Tarzan is like, yeah, he's had too much to drink or something.
Imagine like Will Ferrell in Old School. We got to keep our composure.
Anyone freak out there? He's like screaming.
Were we about 4 years we're 4 years too late to have The Rock in this and 4 years too early to have Efron.
Yeah.
Because The Rock, if he was before he was actually a big movie star, would have fucking done this for sure. He would have been Kevin Nash's spot, probably.
This is where he's like, does anyone in the bullpen, can you go on a day's rest?
I'm surprised Christian Bale doesn't do it just for the body transformation part of it.
That's a good point. I'd like to do something where I could basically kill myself getting in shape for the role.
Could you imagine being on set in this kind of movie with Christian Bale? No, that'd be awful.
I don't get what they see in him. He's a good-looking dude, but he's like, he has it. He's the chosen one.
It's almost more, the women find it hotter because he like doesn't want to do it.
He's shy.
They're like, McConaughey's like Qui-Gon Jinn. He just knows that he's special.
And the guy that actually like finances the strip club is like, his midichlorian count is too high to be a stripper.
Jesus, look at his midichlorians. It's way too old for us to just start now.
The way he's going about this is so awkward.
Yeah, it's like he's going to bed.
Yeah.
And not in a sexy way.
And drunkenly just leaving his clothes on the trail to the bedroom.
This is literally how I go to bed when I walk.
I was going to say, they should do a realistic one where the guy comes home, kicks like one of his shoes off, sits on the couch, puts his hand in his pants, and then starts playing Xbox.
McConaughey nod in the meme. I have never seen it before, but
he still has socks on. That's
well, they have grippies on the bottom of it,
Uh-oh. He broke code?
Can you not kiss the girls?
I don't think so.
This is consensual, right?
Oh yeah.
I think maybe that's the rule, but in female ones, it's more for safety, I would imagine.
Or maybe he doesn't want them getting the reputation of being like a brothel.
Oh, yeah.
Is it one of the rules like like Julia Roberts, like you can't kiss, you can't fall in love? Same rules in marriage. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, what do you think? Here's the thing, though. Now you got to take that money to the bank tomorrow, and it smells like your fucking scrotum.
Do they tip share, you think? Or like.
I don't know. This is literally what Banner looks like every day walking home from work. Just fucking got bills hanging out of his fucking underwear.
Yeah,
It was
which
actually in
is
his
weird.
contract. He demanded to be
What a
paid in
day.
dollar bills.
Why he's doing like contracting work? They just was like, here you go, Brian. Just stick.
Says, yeah, you got to watch out for herpes. That too, actually. I wasn't even going to mention the herpes. Did he give him more money? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is before Dallas Buyers Club, which he won an Oscar for, but I mean, he was still, I mean, but he's already done Lincoln Lawyer here.
Yeah, and I would imagine the transformation. I don't know. Let me look it up when he did Dallas Buyers Club, but that's another thing that probably lured him to the role, like having to go from person dying from AIDS to basically a male stripper.
Honestly, man, McConaughey is one that I don't think ever really made it back from that. He's never really looked the same after Dallas Buyers Club. I just think his face and everything just looks like he's gone through hell.
Yeah, I agree. He hasn't put the mask back on.
I mean, he's pretty built here for him. I mean, because honestly, it's pretty impressive that, not that I'm like a fucking doctor or bodybuilder or anything, but I don't think any of these guys are on roids or anything except for probably Nash. McConaughey's not. I mean, I can believe that he put on that mask. Channing Tatum's not like huge or anything.
Yeah. So
Big guy too.
Dallas Buyers Club was the next year from this. So yeah,
Wow.
he
He went from that. That's insane. That's crazy. That will fuck up your body, dude. That fast.
Yeah, McConaughey had quite the.
Healthy to get, you know, when people do like muscle shows and shit, that's like the least healthy they'll ever be. It's not healthy to be like that starvation of water and, you know, no fruit and everything like that.
Yeah, they basically just try and like dehydrate themselves after they've lost.
Because wasn't I may be wrong on my timelines, but one of the craziest body transformations was Christian Bale. He was on The Machinist, and then like a year later was in Batman. I don't know if those movies were that close to each other.
They
but like,
were.
Machinist. Yeah. He was like insomniac, anorexic. Like it was.
He was basically
crazy.
like dying from malnourishment, right?
Yeah,
it's like
Batman 3 for The Dark Knight Rises to American Hustle, because he put on a ton of weight for that. I mean, it's not hard to put on weight. I don't know, man.
I mean, you can put on weight. Yeah, like the guy from It's Always Sunny, McElhenney, did it. I mean,
but it's easier to put on weight when you've never experienced eating healthy and working out and stuff. So I bet it'd be hard, because you get in such great shape for Batman. They're like, okay, you gotta be fatter, but he's insane how he does.
But it is the thing that happens to athletes, right? Like an athlete just eats the same and then just stops the daily grind. And it's crazy how much a former athlete, you know, we always look at former athletes and be like, oh man, they really let themselves go. Dude, they probably didn't. They just stopped working out. Like,
yeah, like they kept the caloric intake and just stopped working out.
Because they've eaten that way forever. That's the hard part to change, is changing the way you eat.
It's pretty artistic here, the cinematography.
Sorry, why isn't Wahlberg in this movie too? We need to start saying who's going to be the next Magic Mike. But Wahlberg had a really good quote on that. He's like, any role I do, the first 2 weeks are awesome. I don't care if I'm getting in shape or I'm getting out of shape. Then after that, it's miserable. And he's just like, it is like life's all about balance. Like you need to be able to have pizza, not every day. You need to be able to eat salad, but not every day.
Matt, you know why I think Wahlberg isn't in this? Wasn't he originally cast as one of the 3 in Ocean's 11? And something happened, he had to leave, because maybe that pissed Soderbergh off.
I think he did Planet of the Apes instead.
After he like agreed to be in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why he was like, I'm not gonna.
Well, this is pretty much Boogie Nights, so
yeah,
like, I've already done this.
Yeah, jumping into water with your shoes on.
It's
guys.
just weird.
Just not smart. It's just not smart.
We're gonna live forever.
Drown.
We're never gonna die. Matt, this reminds me of the beginning of A Walk to Remember when they trick that dude diving into the.
What's Shane West Landon Carter?
I think so. Let me look it up.
Like the greatest name ever. So the rookie, this is his sister.
Okay.
And she's not too cool with his new lifestyle. But don't worry, Mike's gonna fucking, put the D inside her. And
Spoilers, bro.
Who was the guy she introduced him to then at the beginning of the movie? Because I thought that was like the Roger Goodell of male stripping. He was like wanting to get him in the league.
Which guy? I probably
she brought him to a restaurant earlier, right, Cycly? Or am I remembering that wrong? And to like introduced him to a guy, and he ended up drinking the rest of the guy's beer.
Well, he's trying. Channing Tatum's dream is to get his own small business of like a furniture company, which was my dream in elementary school.
Yeah, it's good to aim low, I guess.
I grew out of that fantasy.
Of all the places to own a furniture store, that's interesting.
Well, people need furniture. It makes sense.
It's true.
So she's a nerd, it looks like.
Is she in? She's familiar, but it's also been so long.
He's like drinking a beer. It's got to be like 9 a.m.
Oh yeah, she was in The Office. Right.
She was,
as Jordan.
She was one of their interns, really?
Yeah, like that's why she looks so familiar.
Like the Office seasons, I never saw those.
Yeah. I think.
All right.
Yeah.
What's her character's name? Is she Portia or Liz?
Jordan.
Jordan. Okay, never mind.
I would have guessed the stripper that Michael always hired, and the one he hired as a nurse for the rabies run.
He's like, you got your degree. Good for you.
Her name is Brooke, not Jordan. Did you say Jordan?
Yeah, in The Office, she was Jordan.
Oh, I was asking about this movie because I was trying to look up her.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was talking about The Office. Yeah.
McConaughey would be wearing this to the gym, and this is not even for Magic Mike.
He looks like Biker
Simmons-esque right there.
It's good. You got to keep the heart rate up, guys. Always be moving. Every time you move, that's a calorie burnt.
Dude, Nash would be doing way more fucking weight than that.
What is that? 10
Yeah,
pounds?
what is he, pregnant?
It's like 15. And he's not even time under tension. That makes no fucking sense.
I bet, though, they had to do like 700 takes of this because this guy couldn't. McConaughey was being too fucking eccentric and this kid got intimidated. So he's like, just give me the 10-pounders.
To plug something that's not ours, Kevin Nash has an awesome podcast on YouTube that I don't know if you guys would enjoy, but it's just about like life on the road as a wrestler. And like one of the stories is like, the show gets over at like 11 and then you got to drive 4 hours to the next town and you got to pay for a hotel room. And then you usually try to give them autographs so you can sleep in till 1.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll check in at 5 and they got to be out by 11. And then they go to the gym, and then they eat, and they do steroids, and then they fucking do the show, and then they drink to the next town. It's like a fucking great. I'm like, God, what a lifestyle.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I would be dead after like 4 days of that.
It's basically like college, except without the steroids, the working out, probably.
God, McConaughey is so fucking into this. I love it.
Yeah, like he's taking this role as seriously as Michael Caine in The Muppets Christmas Carol. Like,
why does he
have
balls
to the wall?
Michael Caine would be telling him to slow down. Slow down.
Slow down. You're amping. You're going to amp their eyes out.
Slow down a touch, Matthew.
So McConaughey's outfit, it looks like the torso is Tour de France, and then the swim cap is Sydney Olympics.
No, it literally looks like fucking a cross between if Lance Armstrong had a baby with like 1996 Hulk Hogan with the fucking like motorcycle guy.
Yeah. He looks like if Charlie Brown was in the Tour de France.
And gay, because you showed like a belly shirt.
That's just to distract the other riders.
Why do they always hold their neck when they're talking? He's like, dude, we're a foot away. You don't have to like.
That's like the Band of Brothers move. Like when your comrade is dying on the battlefield.
Guys, next Row 4 Squad weekend, we're all grabbing each other's necks when we talk to each other.
Yes. We'll have to have, not necessarily tanks, but this looks like something, the jersey that like the YMCA basketball league would give you.
At the Row 4 Squad, we're a huge fan of strippers. We really are. We think it's an art that I mean, should have a GoFundMe, really. I guess it kind of does.
I guess, yeah, it sort of does.
Even better to GoFundMe.
I mean, it's how I paid for law school. You know, I appreciate the grind that these people go through.
And speaking of how you paid through law school, Cycly, great banana hammock selection here, right?
Oh my God, that elephant one is something I would just wear to bed.
That's pretty funny. Because see, the humor is derivative of it because it's making an analogy that the elephant's trunk is like your like penis.
I thought it was just like a cute elephant.
Do girls find the banana hammock sexy?
I always think of Borat when I think of it.
I've never seen a girl's like, my God, like look at the bulge on the, I never.
Yeah. Well, how is that attractive to you? Cycle, I gotta say, she looks. I'm not gonna say better or worse than when she was in The Office, but way different.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm trying to think of when she was like youngish in The Office, or not young. Like, I mean, she's still young, but like, I wonder if she just, 2 years makes a big difference.
But I just
she was like a teenager.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I don't even remember what her role. She was only in like 2 or 3 episodes. She was like an assistant to someone.
Yeah, they were like the interns at the end of the summer, and Michael was like Dwight was making him do like all this weird shit in the office.
That's right.
45 minutes at not even a 24-hour fitness. It looked like an Orange Theory with Atlas, and you're fucking ready to go. That's a pretty good training system.
Yeah, like did he just get his own montage where that like taught him how to be a male stripper?
Montage.
He's living with his sister.
Has she really done anything else?
I don't know. I clicked on her filmography.
XL? Is she an XL?
That's a great question.
I don't see it on her filmography.
Is she in The Last Dance, the new one?
Nope.
Wow. It's like the Fast and Furious, though. Once we get to Magic Mike 9, we'll bring everybody back.
I would love if they made 9 of these.
That guy is from, is it Suits? Or White Collar. He's from White Collar.
Like this takes choreography. This takes work.
And this is historically accurate also, which is great.
There's just every strip club is just the next girl doing the same thing. I appreciate a little showmanship.
Chauvinistic, but this takes way more work than just climbing up a pole.
Okay, one time I was at a strip club in college, and Jeff, you may have been with us, but there was a girl who climbed upside down using only her thighs.
Oh my God.
Up a pole. And I was like, that is just take the sexual appeal out of it. Like, most impressive thing I've ever seen. Like, she climbed only with her thighs. I was like, fuck.
You're like interviewing her like Rogan after a fight. Like, how'd you set that up?
like, what the hell?
Like, Jesus.
All right, so I have a couple casting facts about this movie. First one, Anthony Mackie said in interviews that he tried and failed to convince his friend Channing Tatum to give him a role in the film. It's kind of sad.
Come on, man. No,
you're good, Anthony.
You're not Mike material. Like, you can do Oscar shit, but you can't do this.
Another interesting could have been James Marsden, our Cyclops, told GQ that he was offered a role but turned it down because he was worried his lines would be cut and he'd look like a, quote, naked extra, end quote.
What's wrong with that?
Exactly. And then my last one, so Brooke, who is the, I guess, not the main character, but sort of like he's the audience, is the new kid joining. His sister Brooke right here, this role was offered to Jessica Biel, but she declined.
See, that would have been better.
Yeah. Props to this girl. You're the backup when Jessica Biel doesn't want to do the role. That's not bad.
I mean, she's hot and stuff. She looks like the Coyote Ugly girl, but she's been in nothing else at all.
She's not very good, let's be honest. Like, she's fine. Like, there's a reason why her career hasn't taken off since this, right? Like,
I think the problem lies with us and us critiquing acting in a Magic Mike movie.
hey, it's still art. It's still for our entertainment.
Like sniffing our wine. It's like, I just don't believe it. I don't know.
Speaking of which, we have like he's either like a Jason villain or he's like Hellraiser transporting. Because wasn't he just standing next to that girl and now he's on stage?
Yeah, he knows the ins and outs of the club. He's been there for a while.
There are secret passages all around us.
He'll be fine. I'll watch after him. Don't worry. And it actually is more healthy for my sex life. Is instead of having sex with two girls, he can just take one of them.
Is his hat the Mexico World Baseball Classic hat?
It's probably one of the Miami Marlins that they didn't
alternate hat. Yeah.
What's crazy is Olivia Munn is still just at his house waiting for him to come back.
All right, I got some pretty funny fun facts here. This one said, and this isn't a surprise, but it's evident here. There were no dance or body doubles used at any time. All of the actors did their own dancing and stripping in the film.
I like that.
Well,
by the way, this is guys. This is one of the greatest songs of all time. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually has done this before, and he can kind of dance.
Yep. She's like, okay, fuck, that was kind of hot.
Oh, no,
these other two won't surprise us. I think we actually already said this. IMDb says Matthew McConaughey accepted the role within 10 minutes of being offered, as he was really intrigued by the concept of the film.
He would have accepted immediately, but he wanted to play it cool. Like,
let me stop you right there. I'm doing this movie.
I can really sink my teeth into.
The other line ties right into that. It says Matthew McConaughey waxed his entire body to prepare for this film.
Again, he's probably was just wanting an excuse.
He took it way more. Like, I bet Tatum's like, dude, I even take it this seriously when I was an actual fucking stripper. Like, I don't know where you're. He's like, I just think there's a lot more things we can do with this.
Apparently, there are 19 minutes worth of stripping in this film. Someone, Cycly, for science, was watching this with like a stopwatch. Stop.
Oh, come on, 19 minutes. I'm getting screwed over here, guys.
Is there a version where you can just watch the 19 minutes, jerk off, and go to sleep and save yourself the extra?
It's cute. You think you'd need 19 minutes.
Yeah, what are you going to do for the 18 minute, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Try it again, get so tired and pissed off that you're going to go to sleep, I guess. I don't know. This seems like at work when they give you a training video, it's like, when you're done with this, you'll, know how to sell our product. It's like, when you're done with this, if you're a man, you'll be like a flaming homosexual. And it's kind of working on me, honestly. I'm thinking about
if I'm going to be gay, let's just go all out, like don't half-ass it.
Like Michael Scott, if I was gay, I would be fucking Wade, just be the most flamboyant person you ever met.
Homer Simpson says, "I like my beer cold and my homosexuals flaming." By the way, we didn't really talk about if you were stripping and your sister showed up, that would completely
that throw me off my game.
Yeah, there's no way, dude. They're just haphazardly talking about your sister came tonight to watch. Yeah, that's weird.
I think Channing Tatum just wanted to show her, hey, this is harmless. It's not that big a deal. Don't worry about it. So here he comes trying to get a loan.
Stripping is one of those things where your parents are actually supporting you by not showing up. I don't need
and not bringing it up to you at Christmas.
Yeah. This chick is shook. Is he pretending to be someone else?
No, he's trying to get a loan for his fucking furniture company.
Okay.
He wants to start. For a bank chick, she's not that bad. I'm surprised she hasn't been to the club.
She's been there.
Surprised I haven't seen you around. You actually had your taint in my face 3 weekends ago.
There's a reason she's acting so timid right now. She knows him.
I didn't recognize you. I thought your balls hanging off my chin.
She got that back that fast? Credit report?
Yeah, it's a 400. That's literally almost impossible.
If he's still in his apartment, he should be fine.
Oh, great. Mr. Rodriguez didn't put in that note. God damn it.
I'm surprised Dallas doesn't help him out. It's like, Dallas, what if we had a furniture company and we use that to somehow pump up the fucking strip club we're doing? Makes sense. It's like, we'll move your shit, and then we'll get naked and strip for you. It's a win-win.
Maybe not even in that order, depending what you want to pay for. I can relate to him on this level when it's a little bit different because he's trying to start a strip club and I was usually trying to get my internet megabytes per second upped. But like when you call your cable company or whatever, or like your internet company and they're like, yeah, I'll put a note on your account. And then when you call back, it'll be there. It's never fucking on your account, which is what he's dealing with right now.
This is brilliant though. He's like, listen, let me show you the business plan since you seem like a person that can make decisions here.
But what is this a book of? Like water bottles?
It is funny, like how much power they give to these. Like I used to work for a bank, and like the people in the bank, like your neighborhood bank that you walk into and meet for this stuff, are not like these financial gurus that have this kind of authority. It'd be scary if you found out what these people's backgrounds are. She's like, no, you're good.
It is really true, man. It's like they have a way they go about it, and then some of them you can tell they're like reading off a script.
Oh yeah,
most of the bank people just don't. Yeah, unless you're gonna put money in just like a savings account, I wouldn't trust them with anything.
Well, again, it's like Michael Scott when he's like, they're like, tell people you work in finance, and he's like, I'm a bank teller. Like, yeah, anyone who works at a neighborhood bank is not like this baller.
So she just offended him by asking if you...
Wow, that was a long June. It's July now. Is everyone caught up?
It's the dog days of the season, Matt, in the strip industry.
What do we need? Okay, it's summer in Florida. That has nothing to do with this. It's about surfing.
This is why we can't get free agent strippers. The heat gets to them. By mid-season, their legs are gone. Now, who is this for? Like, who is this arousing? Because it's definitely not the women.
It's definitely arousing me, that's for sure.
All it takes is one. I don't like this portrayal of Marilyn Monroe.
It's too soon.
Pretty accurate.
See, Matt, pop chips on the table because those have less calories. About his temple.
I'm surprised he's not eating, like yogurt, vegan protein powder.
Oh, so she did go to the party.
Okay, it makes sense now. It's July because June you couldn't fucking go out on the beach on Florida.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of with you though. Why do we need to know what month it is?
We don't.
Like, is there
how much time goes by?
I was gonna say, did I miss something where there's like a countdown that we're like waiting for?
Mr. Bain fucking took over Florida and is like, you have a month before this to
You have 1 month.
Okay, then what happens at?
Like, it's July. We better fucking get going here. Get some dicks in the faces, or Bain's gonna take over.
This is why you guys don't get Christopher Nolan movies.
What'd you say, Cycly?
Said this is why you guys don't get Christopher Nolan movies. You know, you have to pay attention to the timeline. It's important.
Who can dance with a dick out better than anyone else?
How are they able to consume this many carbs and still keep their figure?
Yeah, it's not fair.
You should be facing the ocean, but this in Florida, fuck, dude, yeah.
The ocean is also on the other side.
Yeah, that's why I said they need to turn around and look at the ocean. They're like looking
No, it's on the they are still facing the ocean. It's like tiny little island. I think they're.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, look back.
How? Oh, is that Olivia Munn?
Yes.
She's back?
Yes. You can't have Olivia Munn in just one scene with her tits out.
Why not? That's what I'd hire her for.
I mean, no offense to the girl.
I like to call them Boomer and Sooner.
Okay, nice. No offense to the girl from The Office, but the second Olivia Munn walked up, I'd be like, all right, well, maybe I'll see her around the sandbar or something.
Why don't you go over there? Sandcastle.
Oh, look, bro, he's got fucking Hurley swim trunks on. Like
that's pretty fucking bro. Damn it, Hurley swim trunks.
Hold on, I gotta go to the buckle real quick and get these swim trunks, and then we'll hit the beach.
Then I gotta get this American Eagle hat and scrape the bill of it on my driveway.
I'm honestly surprised. I swear, even by 2012, the past knee shorts for guys had gone.
Yeah.
No more in fashion.
You don't think we'll be at the beach enough time? I'm gonna buy the Suka shell necklace. If not, I'll just fucking make it myself.
I'd be renting it from you so many times it'd pay itself off.
Fucking Kevin Nash, McConaughey. I bet they had fun after fucking hours. McConaughey's drinking from like a king's cup from Game of Thrones.
So are him and Olivia Munn just friends and they hooked up that one time, or?
But they didn't know each other in that opening scene, unless I misread it. He goes something about strangers in my house, and she was like, "Oh, I'll probably steal from you." He's like, "Please don't."
Yeah, he just banged her once and saw her at the beach.
Oh, okay. So I was wondering, was he like dreading her walking over or what?
Well, probably because he's trying to bang this other chick and he already banged her. So yeah, it's not a good situation.
I'd probably go for Olivia Munn twice than the other girl. I don't know. Newer is always better, though, I've heard.
I was surprised. We don't know. I was surprised Manganiello or someone else was like, "Hey, man, if you're just gonna put that back in the fridge, maybe I'll put it, in the oven."
Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias next to these guys. Which of these things does not belong?
What is he? The DJ? Like, what is his place
I
there?
think the MC.
It's amazing Efron wasn't in this. And of all the slutty actresses in Hollywood, it's amazing she got this role.
Yeah, when Jessica Biel went down, I mean, I wonder how many other people. Someone else. We made the joke earlier, but someone else had to have said no before she gets it, right? You don't go from Jessica Biel to her.
It might have been like
down Brady back there. I mean, this is like I don't even know what this is accustomed to.
It might have been a thing to like honestly where she had just come off The Office and she had just started her career. That maybe she had a decent agent and they thought she would be something.
Yeah.
Right. And it took like one or two roles for people
to
realize,
let's get her
no,
before she gets out of our price.
Yeah.
Range.
And then
I think Olivia Munn would have been better at this role. Don't get me wrong, she fits as the skanky chick, but also I think she could do this role.
They probably thought Olivia Munn was too good looking. This girl has to be more like Girl Next Door, I think.
Yeah, like Nurse.
I mean, she's not bad looking, but yeah.
Can't get over those Hurley swim shorts.
This is just such a fucking I can't believe this is 2012. As baggy as the swim trunks are, this should be like 2003 movie.
That's what I'm feeling too. It's kind of bizarre, unless it takes place earlier. But I didn't see how.
Well, we know they're not afraid to update us on the time.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Like in 2012, it's like, but this takes place in 2005. Like, what has changed that much? It's not like
why does the story have to be set only 7 years earlier?
Black people can't strip.
Well, the main reason we want it in 2005 is so he can wear jeans, but also have flip-flops on.
We wanted 9/11 to still be fresh in the minds of our characters. You're like, what?
God, this just looks how I wanted to be freshman in college, like swim trunks on the beach.
Isn't there a line in The Office where like Andy Bernard gets pulled in? It might be his first season, and they're like criticizing him because of his lack of sales, and he goes, "I don't want to blame it all on 9/11."
Oh, no, it's Ryan who says it. Yeah.
Right.
And it's like Kelly's trying to like get mad at him for something. He's like,
I don't think I ever processed 9/11.
Yeah, that's what I didn't process 9/11.
It would be hard at Magic Mike because you got to keep coming up with new like themes.
Well, I have to feel like they're not like this kind of stuff. You would imagine it's like different bachelorette parties, right? Like
you could come up with themes right now.
Do you think they have like packages you can buy as a bachelorette party? Like it's basically like a jukebox. Like you can pick the order of the performances you want to see.
Yeah.
Well, McConaughey always leads it off and closes it, Jeff. I mean, it's
right.
His fucking show.
Well, if you don't bring him in to pitch the ninth, you're just asking to lose. But it's weird, like what if this?
He's not going to be playing Inner Sandman.
It's just weird, like where the line is drawn with like what is sexual. Like Uncle Sam, is that turning anyone on?
I mean, maybe a little.
The guy who's
I haven't felt this patriotic since the World Cup, so
I can literally see Olivia Munn saying, "So this is the only one I have." It's like, well, I guess you can come back later in a fucking bikini. She's like, okay.
Guys, I actually have a detail I really like about this movie, and this is like Jeff talking about the cinematography. The fact that like if you actually watch their dance moves, they obviously are choreographed, but they're not perfect, right? Like people are slightly off the counts.
Yeah. I like that.
And I think that makes it actually much more authentic than having this like be like this perfect dance crew.
Yep.
Like that's probably what it would actually be like. Is like, no, they're not that good. Like they're fine, but like I just noticed this multiple times in their shows. Like they're not turning at the same time. They're not doing all these things at the right moments.
It's awesome how Manganiello's in it, but I don't think he even has a role or story or anything.
It's all
It's true.
subtext, Matt. It's below the surface.
I love that we're like actually critiquing this movie seriously. We've done more serious movies with less like intensity, and we're taking this movie and we're like, you know what I'm noticing?
There's a lot
The
there.
color palette.
So what happened to him? He just got really drunk?
Yeah, and his sister doesn't like it. She's like, I'm not sure about the stripping life. He's like, listen, it's cool. Don't worry.
Oh no, this is perfect timing. He's so there's a guy. Damn, I was gonna be like, he's fucked up.
He kind of looks like Malfoy from Harry Potter, the actor who played him.
It's all he's like, friend, wow, does he have a fucking job and a 401k? So you're making fun of my boyfriend for like
This is like Good Will Hunting vibes. If Matt Damon's character was a stripper.
How about them dicks?
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same flow.
No, it doesn't. Not enough syllables.
It's like, man, I'm really hurt right now. Maybe I should call Olivia Munn to ride my dick. Make me feel better.
No, I think he's going back
there.
to watch game film.
Oh God.
We've all done that. But that's when you need to put it in like a fucking vending machine.
Yeah, I need a
Get
Twix
rich guys trying.
stat.
Fucking thing.
God, I really
So
want this Twix.
we're, what, over halfway through the movie, I would imagine. Honest question, again, not expecting much of the movie. Maybe this is on me. What's the like build up here? What's the drama? What am I missing? Am I missing something?
Big call Olivia Munn.
Yep. Can you blame him?
No.
No. Bury her.
I just don't see where this movie's going. Is it gonna be a big twist? Are they all robots? Like, what is this?
Yeah, that would be cool if they were robots.
Okay, in the Fast and the Furious 10 movie, if they all turn out to be robots, would anyone care at this point?
No. Okay, honestly, let's get back to the artistic nature. That like vertical shot where they're actually laying down. He's done some form of that twice. I didn't like it the first time, but this shot fucked.
Soderbergh gets you, man, in the long run.
How old are we supposed to think these characters are right now? Like mid-20s?
Yeah, I would think so.
27. I think she's one of the fucking hottest chicks going.
She's had work done to her face, right? I think for like last time I saw her.
Pretty sure everyone in
she's
Hollywood has
Chinese.
at this point.
What is she? She looks like
I think she's half Chinese.
Yeah, half Chinese and almost half like something else. I don't know. Also, though, I love her though, it's just because she would probably set my house on fire after having sex with me.
She definitely has crazy eyes.
Eyes, they're crazy.
I think Aaron Rodgers did say something like, "Yeah, she's fucking crazy. You're with her for 5 years. Well, she's really hot, okay?"
Aaron Rodgers might be the crazy one.
Yeah, that's true.
Really.
But imagine how crazy she is if Aaron Rodgers calls him crazy. God, they must have had some crazy arguments.
Hey, Chris Pine dated her, right?
Oh yeah, those. You saw the text messages she sent him, right? It's like pretty insane. I can read them on pod if we want.
We almost have to now.
Yeah, I'll look them up.
Are we gonna get the girls back out at some point? All right. No, I thought we were about to get it. Damn it.
Oh, this is
sex scene with Olivia Munn, and Cycling is like, so are the guys gonna get naked again, or is it?
Hey, we're back.
Are they like? Is he like supposed to be the Oscar right now, like the Academy Award?
Yeah. Oh. Is he resuscitating this patient back to health by pumping?
The only way he knows how.
The headline of the article that has the text says, "Olivia Munn has taken sexting to a whole new level."
That's why they call him Tarzan. Look at Kevin Nash.
Oh, so this was the act that he was passed out and couldn't do last time, right?
Yeah. He takes the girl and goes.
And they really like to pretend to be servicemen.
Yeah, it's kind of insulting. It's just working out.
That was like LeBron, the way he threw the pants in the air. This has got to be one of the most popular ones, I feel like.
I mean, who doesn't love a firefighter?
Everyone does.
I remember I went to a Thunder game once, and at halftime they had the police versus the firefighters play a basketball game, and I'm pretty sure 99% of the crowd was going for the firefighters. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Everyone loves the firefighter.
Oh, for real?
Sciatica, dude. It's serious.
He was trying to put off surgery till the off season.
So they're at McConaughey's house. Did you see the sculpture of his head? There's no way that was put in for the movie. He probably already had that.
They probably asked him to take it out. He's like, I think my character has that, man. I really think we got to keep it.
Actually, the director's like, hey, we're going to make a sculpture of your head because I think your character's like, I already have 2 of those in my home. We're cool, bro. Just come on over.
So after reading these text messages, I'm not comfortable reading them on the pod.
I love how at parties, too, they're like, we still have to have our shirts off, though. It still has to be sex all the time.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to get comfortable without their shirt open. That means we're getting too fat. Yeah, again, I just think McConaughey's playing himself, except he owns a strip club.
He has like a Caesar's Palace molting of him bucking in the background.
He got that at Caesars when he booked his 100th room.
Joe Manganiello, that back injury, that's going to be at least 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, man. Father Time is undefeated.
Yep. He's gonna have to play hurt, is what it's gonna come down to.
Well, he's also a young buck, though. That chick was pretty big. You got to know when to like slide. You know, you can't just take off everything.
Right. No need to subject yourself to too many of those hits.
Yeah.
So, does he know that Channing Tatum wants to start his own?
Well, he wants to start a furniture company. McConaughey wants to like fucking like chain this. He also has a portrait behind him too.
Again, probably real.
Of him with a snake over
his idea, and probably is real in his house.
Is this where, like when in semi-pro, when they're deciding who gets into the NBA? That's like what just happened here.
Yeah, they're like, dude, we're going fucking corporate, bro. We're bringing this thing. This is how McConaughey, like, if we went to McConaughey's house right now, I bet he'd be in this, like, kimono with, like, no other clothes on. This is how Banner is probably right now.
He was one all right away from a triple all right right there.
If we ever make it, like, really huge, Banner won't be able to take fame, but he'd probably beat McConaughey and just be, it's like, I got a painting and a molded clay sculpture of me, and I just wear a kimono with no clothes.
Gabriel Iglesias has way more lines in this movie than I would have guessed when he first showed up.
Oh shit, Manganiello and fucking Kevin Nash don't have as many lines as he fucking has.
Yeah, combined they probably don't.
And this guy's in nothing else either.
I was gonna say he doesn't look familiar at
Yeah, he's in like one sci-fi movie with Abigail Breslin. This girl kind of looks like Kristen Stewart.
She
but then
does.
Also like, yeah.
And did trip over her own feet.
I'm distracted. I'm reading the Olivia Munn text and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, so this is
the web channel watching a hurricane come. He's texting Joanne again. It's like, hey, you want to?
I just want to make sure you're safe in all this.
But a chick is stripping in the middle of it. That's fucking awesome.
I wonder what hurricane this was in 2012.
He met her and had a threesome, and now he's just dating her. I mean,
it's called networking.
So many. How many love stories have started off like that? All the Disney ones.
Yeah, all the classics.
Cycly, read some of the text.
Oh man, I might have to go to the
pretty
bathroom and then come back.
It's pretty graphic.
Woo, I need a fan.
I'm not comfortable reading any of this.
Well, I'm comfortable reading it internally.
Yeah. I meant on the podcast.
Are they worse than like what Jennifer Aniston from Horrible Bosses would say in a text message?
I mean, it's
about
pretty.
on par with that, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's just gonna feed a teacup pig.
Yeah. And then fuck this dude.
Well, it's funny in How I Met Your Mother, Teacup Pig is how guys get girls, but it looks like Teacup Pig worked for.
Oh yeah. She's like, the pig has to watch. That's my one turn on.
You can have the other side of the bed, whatever.
There's playroom. And some more boobs, thankfully, because otherwise I'd be.
Oh, right.
Asking questions of myself.
Yeah.
Much of porno, except I've seen pornos with better stories.
Actually, so when we did a movie commentary on the film Chopping Mall, didn't we actually look up the director of that movie, and he ended up doing like exclusively porn afterwards?
That movie is ridiculous and is such an 80s way, but it is straight up softcore porn. I mean, like,
yeah,
not even like joking about it. Like,
this
he was just looking for an excuse.
This girl, I'm not complaining, but so gratuitously is just like her boobs are out. Like for the film, what is it? She's just like standing up and dancing.
Because we've all been to so many parties when chicks are just topless. That happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only parties I go to.
Why does he think he's joking? Look at her boobs. Oh yeah, they've been out the whole time. Is that really his
I
wife?
love this story. It's just all sex, drugs, and everything. But in the background, it's not music videos. It's not like football game. It's the fucking news.
The only thing that'd be funnier is if they had like the fucking stock ticker up. God damn it, my Roth IRA just went down 2%. So this is his wife.
Relations are going to have to get way better, or I might vote differently next election. That's all I'm saying, guys. Like, what? Like, what are we talking about?
I feel like I've been patient.
My alliance only goes so far. The local party.
He's touching his wife's boobs, and he's more talking about "I love you" to the guy.
It's August now.
Okay.
No.
Why? I was asking myself, what time of year is it?
So I think McConaughey just said at the party, like, all right, these big plans to move into this new building are going to happen in September, but we haven't even gotten any type of a date that could be important until literally now, when we're 3 months into the movie, apparently. And two, even if September is like this big countdown to when they're going to switch locations, you can just have the characters update us. I don't need like a to the second.
Like Channing Tatum can do. I'm sure he's going to do the whole like, man, like, you know, I love you, but I have so much pressure, and we're moving to this new place in 2 weeks. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, he said it was September 18th.
Right. I don't need like gong gong on the screen with the new month. Or you can be like, oh man, I always forget that it's August 24th.
Like, this seems like they think this is a Tarantino movie when it's like chapter 6.
Yeah, that's true. He does do that shit all the time.
Is it just me, or does her jaw go on for days?
Yeah, and I always feel like the only look she has is trying to suppress a smile.
She's a actress. Like,
the jaw has to weigh like 30 pounds.
But this is my other problem. Am I supposed to be rooting for him to get with her? Because I want him to get with Olivia Munn, and it's not even about thinking she's attractive. I just think they have a better connection.
I personally think it's because I'd rather see Olivia Munn naked, but that's just me. I still don't know where this movie's going.
I don't either. But
30 minutes left.
I know, but the crazy thing is, I could do another hour of this.
No, I'm not complaining. But I'm enjoying the movie. I just don't know what the build up, the climax of this movie is going to be.
It would be way better if it was opposite, and it was actually a serious movie where the girl is stripping to fulfill her dream of a small business. But he's having way too much fun stripping that you're like, dude, you're not going to want. Other than the tax breaks that Cycly can talk about because he's a lawyer, you're not going to fucking want, like, a small business and all this fucking shit. I mean,
you know how mundane that life will be? Like,
unfulfilling.
Just, it's so boring.
And this chick, her character just seems like one that would just nag your ass off, like, once you start dating her. Like, no, you can't strip. you got to get a real job. No, I'm not going to fuck you while you fuck Joanne. Like,
God, it's like, is this a prison? And pick up your fucking skateboard.
Yeah, like, come on. I mean, I know it's Tampa, but there's got to be better looking girls. She's gotten. It's funny when I first saw her, and even the office, I was like, "Oh, she's attractive." The more I look at her, the less I'm attracted to her.
I wish these shorts would come back. I love these shorts because you could fit your wallet, your phone, and 2 beers in the side pockets.
And then, of course, all of your tools.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have fucking tools, Abercrombie.
Gator jeans were so huge. It's like, and if I ever have a hammer, I could put it right here.
Right. So this will be great when I have a hammer that I need to put in my side pocket while I climb up a ladder for some reason. That's pretty baller, ordering yourself 2 beers. I'll have 2 beers. Do you want anything?
I've done that. I usually at sporting events is when you pull that move.
Attracted to a woman that has, I think she's like a nurse or something, he's like, okay, so you want a beer? Give me 2. I'm going to drink 2. I'm a stripper. Right?
My metabolism's a fucking garbage disposal.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Dude, these go-karts suck. Look how slow these things are going.
What's this guy doing?
Look how you're right. Oh my God, the one in the back just took like 15 seconds.
It's like, is there a caution flag right now? Jesus.
Oh, damn it. He got a beer for her brother. Damn. I thought I liked your first.
Dude, the way this is how he just joined them at the bar. He walked across a fucking go-kart track and then jumped over a fence, like mid-race.
So he didn't order 2 beers. So 1 was for him. All right, got it.
I can't unsee how slow these fucking go-karts are.
Derek, you don't have to climb on everything.
But he's a stripper, so he's getting so into it.
Yeah, imagine if, like, I don't know, Jacob deGrom, every time he went out, he had to, like, throw things.
Like, hey, strip for me.
But, like, the fact that they have to strip everywhere they go, like, imagine if, like, Joey Bosa, every time he went to a TGI Fridays, just had to keep tackling people. Like, you cannot do your job when you're out in public. You don't have to, like, always be practicing.
Are these real cops or stripper cops?
What if as a plot twist, they're like, no, we're actually volunteer sheriff's deputies?
Oh, this is a sorority party.
I always love even before this movie, like, we've had a noise complaint. There needs to be more noise.
There needs to be more noise. I don't think you're making enough noise.
You have the right to remain turned on.
They should have known, like, dude, cops are not, like, this good a shape and good looking.
I was thinking about, like, if they got really into this and started, like, dusting for fingerprints and shit, like, looking at forensics, man, it would be like in 21 Jump Street when they're undercover as high school students, and he's like, how deep into this are you getting, Chris? I saw a college application on your desk the other day.
I don't know if you guys ever watched. Did you guys watch Reno 911?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
I love the booty shorts, though. What's his name? He still wear.
Yeah.
Dangle? Like, I actually...
Yeah, you looked at a dangle, yeah.
I have to be like a law enforcement cheetah out there.
You know what? Reno 911, the movie was actually, like,
I
really enjoyed it. Like, that movie
the
had
scene
no
where they go,
good.
Does anyone have any ideas? And Trudy goes, what about a telephone you can smell through? Yeah. No, I mean about how to get the whale back. Oh, well, no, I don't have any.
No, yeah. That movie shouldn't have been as good as it was.
I thought they were, like, pitching. When the guy calls into the police station to Rainisha, and she goes, where are you located? And he tells her, she goes, no, in relation to where I am.
That might be time for a rewatch.
Matt, were those steroids?
Some sort of drugs.
No, they were roofies, I think.
Oh, wow.
Why would they want to use roofies right now?
Ecstasy. No, ecstasy. Sorry.
I was going to say, roofies would be the...
I was like, where would you find roofies on Sorority Row?
The fucking guys back there's like, hey, just put this in there. Just do it.
It'll work. He's like, well, I'm a male stripper, so that works.
And Dallas is supplying it, and this is where the movie actually kind of has I guess, a plot twist.
Oh, the frat guys are mad. Oh, come on. These are
So
our
Dallas is trying to like get them addicted to ecstasy.
I mean, when you give them ecstasy, it feels better, so they'll be like, "Hey, here's more money," I guess. And he wants to sell drugs.
Whoa! How did he know that he gave the girl ecstasy?
He saw it. I mean, he gave it.
You can't assault a cop. You just can't.
Yeah, that's right.
Even one in assless chaps.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Cop's a cop.
Imagine getting the shit beat out of you by a guy in assless chaps.
Oh, I can.
That's
I like it.
I thought Channing Tatum. I didn't know that was a nightstick at first, which obviously makes sense. I thought he had nunchucks. I was like, what an odd weapon to.
Channing Tatum's pissed. Like, what did you give her ecstasy for, bro?
So Channing Tatum doesn't know that Dallas is asking him to do this?
He doesn't know Dallas is like peddling drugs out of the whatever the fuck it's called. Strip club show thing.
Damn it, he left his backpack. It's a JanSport. We have to go back.
Oh man.
Chance. I left my pants back there. We gotta go back and get them.
Okay, so we're getting a little bit, like, about 20 minutes left of this movie. We're finally getting, like...
Yeah. So is Channing Tatum mad that he's selling drugs, or mad that this guy got equity and he didn't, and he'd been with him?
I think a combination of, like, being misled by Dallas is what I'm like he's realizing Dallas isn't trustworthy or something of that nature. A combination of that.
If you can't trust your GM, you got to request a trade. I mean, that's just how it works.
I should have realized, like, before this movie even started, that Dallas isn't trustworthy, but
yeah,
I was focused on butts.
Is she on a date?
I guess
with Jack Leiter.
Cool. I fucked her last week. Awesome.
My name's Ryan. Yeah, I know. Before I even met you, I said that's fucking Ryan.
Oh, your fiance.
What? Yeah, you got to call her out on the spot.
Fiance?
Yeah, what?
And if I was eating dinner with my fiance and a random guy came by and reacted to my introduction as her fiance with what? I wouldn't be like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom. I would
be like, ooh, I'm going to duck out here real quick.
This seems like a personal thing for you guys. I'd be like, no, go on.
If Olivia Munn's sending you those text messages, though, and you're engaged to her, I'd be like, you know what? Sure, whatever. As long as I get it later.
Yeah, I'll let you mistreat me. Does the DJ really need to be here like all throughout the day?
What else does he have to do?
Bro, I got to think about my fucking set list tonight.
It's like, it's literally like,
he's the one doing the choreography. He puts it with the music, guys. He also probably does the food.
What makes you say that?
Nothing. Yeah, intuition.
We also have Dallas's barbecue brisket in the back. He smokes all day.
That robe looks comfy as fuck.
I love how he's wearing the glasses. He's probably like nearsighted. He's like, I'm doing the fucking books. That's why I'm wearing these goddamn glasses.
What did he say that McConaughey's so pissed?
He found out
on the drugs.
He's calling him out on it. McConaughey's like, you're just a fucking dancer for me, dude. Like,
so did he? I still am kind of confused. Is he mad that he wasn't cut in on the deal, or that he's just selling drugs? He's like, you're a shithead.
Like, he's not for the drugs. Like, giving people drugs. Mike is the hero in all this.
Yeah, see, now he's saying the percentage is bullshit.
We got like a social network situation. He got lawyered out of here.
Yep. I thought they were my lawyers.
Iglesias is like, dude, I'm cool with whatever because I'm too fat to get another job. I can't do this.
It's like Girl Scout cookies. It's or like when they sell those chocolate bars. He's like, "Yeah, I got rid of all my chocolate bars." He's like, "That's fucking awesome." Yeah, I didn't sell them though. I just ate them because I'm 9 years old, and you gave me a box of candy.
Is this? I'm not meaning this to be funny. Is Iglesias still alive?
Yeah.
I think so, because I think unfortunately he came out with a stand-up special like a few months ago.
Really? Because I feel like I haven't heard about him in 10 years.
His shit's always on Netflix. It's ridiculous. What is this?
Dude, this would actually be awesome if this was a different movie because both guys can kind of act, but since it's in a stripper Magic Mike movie.
Damn, I'm about to throw up just watching.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that.
Stunts on this?
That's crazy.
Got a spot. Can't do that.
Yeah, he can really fucking dance, as we know.
That'd be really funny if they every time they have extras for the women in the audience, like specific people keep showing back up for the extra spots. Yeah. Like, you've been here before. No, that was someone else.
Our craft services table is not that good.
Have you guys seen Magic Mike XL, XXL, or whatever?
I haven't even seen this.
Yeah.
Actually, after watching this, I'd be interested. The blonde in the front's hot. I'd be interested in watching XXL, and I'm actually interested in The Last Dance.
Yeah,
the trilogy,
because they're not like that bad.
Because they have some of the same cast. Because, like, no shit, this movie is not great, but I'd be interested in more of a backstory of Manganiello, Kevin Nash's character, and if they proceed this, I'm not sure if McConaughey is in the second one or not, but
my wife sent me a text being like, "How's the movie?" I go, "Honestly, having a good time. Not as bad as I thought."
Yeah, let me look up who is in the sequel. I know in the new one, Salma Hayek is like the other main lead.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she owns, I think, like a dance club that he gets involved in.
We're seeing. All right, okay.
All right, yeah. So it was about the money. All right, let's see. Was it Blake Lively?
No.
So the point here is they're doing drugs now?
Yeah. They're all doing ecstasy.
Dude, this guy's about to fucking OD.
That's if anyone wants to know my New Year's resolution, I have a list of drugs I've never done before, and I really want to do it this year.
Fatherhood is going great.
So it looks like one on the list? The sequel is set in Myrtle Beach.
I really hope they define what months the sequel takes place in.
I'm sure they will.
Because that's what I'm worried about. That's the only reason I want to watch the next one.
It looks like
fall is beautiful in Myrtle Beach. If it's like September, October, I'm other than that.
Oh, beautiful.
It looks like all the strippers are back except for the new guy. And McConaughey is not in the sequel, but Amber Heard is.
Ooh. We go from Olivia Munn to Amber Heard, even up in the crazy.
Yeah, do they just cast the craziest, sluttiest chick?
It's like, who can we get is more fucking nutty than her?
Make 12 of these. I'll watch them all. That's fine. Okay, Olivia Munn, Amber Heard. Who would they cast next?
I don't know.
Larsa Pippen, a Kardashian. Like, who could you get that's sluttier and like just kind of semi-talented?
Steven Soderbergh did not return for the sequel. Just FYI.
It's upsetting.
You know why? Because he's probably thinking, okay, do you guys do that? Because I wear shorts or sweatpants all the time with no underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, to bed for sure.
I got running shorts that have built-in liner. So it's basically I love them because it's counterproductive to add to that.
Yeah, that's true.
so bad when the chick kind of like want to ask out comes in, and you're like, I got a chick in bed, so.
Still wants to be awkward for you.
But they're not exclusive. She should respect that. I don't even know that they're gonna get together, which I would respect. They haven't had any moment of like, will they, won't they?
Guys, I got some great news. Steven Soderbergh is back to direct the one that comes out this year.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh, this isn't good. What did I do to your brother? Is the chick dead in the bed?
Well,
focus
you
on
know
your.
what? Let's
Keep
talk about
working
first,
on the
and then
brother.
we'll fucking advance to CPR.
Yeah. One at a time.
Okay, if you're worried about your brother, go back and tend to him. Yell at him after.
Yeah, if you think he's dying. Look at the fucking view. I know this guy's dying on the floor, but my God.
Yeah, like
just appreciate the ocean hitting the fucking, the beach for a second before he like Bon Scott's from AC/DC himself. Fucking heaven.
Dude, this guy, I hate to say it, he's probably been dead for hours.
He's not dead. He's moving.
No. Never mind. Found the Lazarus pit.
See,
so that'd be
Jeff
awesome.
was off. We haven't seen a month in a while. He didn't know what was going on. It's not his
yeah,
fault.
exactly. My time was
Soderbergh's fault.
God, I hope for the third one
like literally, like he's fine. He's just really hungover. Like he can't really do anything.
So why do we know why this brother and sister are? So we all have siblings. I mean, like in our 20s, like we were close with our siblings, but like
yeah, it's weird. She's like, if she doesn't see him in 12 hours, she's like hunting him down.
It's not like you're an older brother with a younger sister who's a stripper.
That was creepy. My sister literally texted me at that second.
I'm Soderbergh, right? Like, listen, I know this is a stupid ass stripper movie, but what if we filmed it from the side, like he was laying on the fucking car, and then Channing Tatum sits on the beach and's like, you know what? I'm not sure about my life. Like, let's do that.
And he's gonna have a long sleeve shirt on because, of course, it's August in Florida.
But still have shorts because it's August in Florida. It's like, I don't even know about my life anymore.
Maybe as part of the deal with Old Navy, they said we had to push a little bit of their fall catalog, so I'm going to sneak some of that into the third act.
This whole fucking movie is Abercrombie and Fitch. Fucking. Is that McConaughey?
What's he doing?
I think he's beating up those guys.
They're coming for them. Yeah. Coming for the money.
Yeah.
I tried calling your cell to tell you we're going to rip open the bottom of your couches.
Iglesias is going to straighten all this out. He's like, dude, there's a misunderstanding.
We're looking for the kid.
So
did you think he was in the bottom of my couch?
And we broke everything we could. This vase, maybe he's in there.
Somebody told you 100 pills?
So I think he owes drug money.
Well, because the money that was lost at the sorority house, right?
Yeah, who doesn't own drug money, though?
Drug money is kind of like your house. You're always going to owe on it. Just never going
to. Yeah, that's true. You can really only pay down the interest, not the principal.
Yeah, yeah. You just pay it down. You never pay it off. Just to make yourself feel better a little bit. Keep them off your ass.
Damn, so he's going to cover this guy?
Well, I wouldn't. What?
It's like Iglesias like, listen, I'll do the scene, but I'm going to have my glasses like this, okay? It's the only way I can kind of look sexual.
Do you trust these guys to count correctly behind you? They don't look like the smartest people.
Absolutely not. Well, look,
she is really into this book. My God.
Well, it's the second Harry Potter book. It's a good one.
After you found out Olivia Munn is engaged, I guess this chick's your best shot.
Well, I hadn't stopped Olivia Munn before. All of a sudden now he's like, oh, there's a goalie. I'm not going to shoot.
I still can't believe her fiance just got up and walked away when they were like,
It's so stupid. It's like
what a dumbass.
Soderbergh was like, we don't know what to do with him in this.
How do I get this guy? How do I introduce this guy, but then also get him out of the fucking scene?
This movie looks like a fucking East Bay calendar. Like
I was gonna say, it was annoying me at first, but now I'm kind of digging it.
I'm like, God, why? I hope this style comes back. Like, I always liked the baggy shorts. I still do. I don't
Maybe
like
because I'm a short guy, I can't pull them off. They make me look even shorter.
I really don't. I love the baggy khakis with the cargo pants and the flip flops.
Man, that is a classic look.
Guys, I think I respect it. Are they going to get together? Because I kind of there's no vibe between them. And I will respect this movie a lot if they don't get together.
These are the clothes we wore when we go to like the bar or go to a dance and be like, I hope we can get laid.
So she's really still mad that her brother almost died. It's like, God, get over it, you know?
Over it. He's fine. He's up there, right? He's fine, right?
Guys, her
Is
jaw is
Nora
getting bigger every scene.
Yeah. She said her brother's with Nora. Is that the pink-haired Amy Winehouse chick?
I don't know.
I thought she was dead in the bed and no one really cared.
I mean, they shook her a lot and she still wasn't moving.
Like
and yeah, they definitely didn't put her in the car with him, so they just fucking left her there.
Have you ever seen people like that? I've seen people, I guess in college, they got so drunk you could shake them, they wouldn't even wake up. You thought they were dead. Like, it doesn't matter how drunk I was. If you'd shake me like that, I'd wake up.
Oh, yeah, bro. There's 16 minutes left in this. I don't see any way that this gets resolved.
And what?
Also,
5 of that is credits.
I don't really know that the plot. I don't know where it's going, and I'm like, man, I can't wait for an end to this. Like, is he going to stop stripping?
Well, that's what he's saying now. He's like, I want to do something with my life.
But the only amount of income you're having, because you're just doing odd jobs, is stripping, and now you got to pay off his debt, which she doesn't really seem to care about.
Right, and who is she? She lives with her brother.
Yeah, when she take off the white wig.
Apartment. Like, what is she gonna do?
Yeah, who are you to judge me?
But also, too, she blames him for it, but, like, I mean...
Her brother's worse than he is now.
Made him be a stripper, dude.
Yeah. Look, if it wasn't me who, like, your brother started hanging out with, it was just going to be the next bad influence that fucking came across his face.
Listen, here's a margarita. I need to talk to you about your drug and alcohol problem.
I got you one, too, a double.
Look at that Red Bull fucking...
Product placement, bitch.
Like, you want a couple shots of Fireball before we have this conversation?
Furniture crap I wanted to do.
Yeah. It's such a weird passion they picked for him. I mean, they could have picked a lot of things. Own your own bar, whatever. Like, furniture store.
It's like, I want to make a hotel for cats and dogs. What? It's tough for me to get behind.
This would have been a better movie. He's like, I just want to create a gym where, like, everyone feels comfortable coming. And it's like, this is like a origin story for Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Or he gets weirder. He's like, also, I want to make it pirate themed. How would that even make sense?
You're gonna brag about having money when he just...
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say to someone you owe $10,000 to.
I'm having the best time of my life. You're like, oh, that's nice.
Awesome. I'm selling drugs. I mean, I owe a lot for them. I'm banging chicks. It's pretty cool. I'm living rent free. My sister bitches at me all the time, but you know how that's about.
Yeah, she got mad that I left a box of Fruit Loops spilt on the couch last night.
The best way to combat someone with a drug problem is just to give them shots on the beach. Talk to them.
The second they wake up at 11 a.m.
Yeah. I'll say wake up at 11. That's what we do with Banner.
Yeah. This guy's like, look, it's been almost 12 hours since I basically OD'd, so I need a fucking drink. This looks like a pop-up strip club. It's like, what is this? Tonight we will be stripping in a silo.
And every chick outside is like a fucking hate it worst. Makes sense.
So Channing Tatum, did he expressly say it at that lunch? But he's like, I'm out, basically, to his friend, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I love
I
how
mean, is he out? Because I've heard there's another movie and another one after that. So
Yeah, but I won't spoil it. But the plot synopsis for the second one didn't necessitate being in.
I hope he has a furniture store in the second one, and that's the
Doesn't
entire
strip
movie.
it all. Oh, yeah,
Like,
it's just him fucking trying to balance the payroll in the back for an hour and a
all
half.
these bachelorette parties is like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, how long does he get to play before you're like, okay, you need to get us some fucking ball sacks in our face?
This is just the male movie of like Burlesque or Howdy Ugly, pretty much. It's just amazing that it did so well.
Yeah, this was like the whole fucking rage that year. Like it was parodied a bunch of times. Like
It's huge.
yeah. And
I think it's because it had such not big name. I mean, McConaughey was a huge name.
yeah,
This was fucking Tatum. Like, I think it's just because it had such a big name actor that they're like, damn, this is okay.
this guy, I mean, I love Soderbergh, but like, it's just so fucking over the head. He's like, see, this guy has a drinking problem. Look, he's drinking. He has a drinking problem. He's addicted to alcohol. He's drinking again. And it's like, we know, we've seen it throughout the movie. He doesn't have to be drinking a beer in every fucking scene. Like, he treats the audience like we're so dumb.
Kevin Nash is like literally he was lifting like 5-pound dumbbells again too.
It's about the tone.
He's like, this is actually my cardio day, so I shouldn't even be doing this.
It's probably just to get it a little swole for the performance, you know? This is what people came to see.
Been in. Even better than like probably 2 for the Money. He was in good shape. I don't know
Or like Fool's Gold. That one with oh my god.
Good for him. Good for him. That's some
like literally actresses that are just trying to make it. I bet they have so much fun doing this. McConaughey's like, listen, I want you to just throw money at me like I'm a fucking god.
Look, I'm an object up there, okay?
I never thought I'd see Matthew McConaughey taint.
You didn't? I would have guessed you would before your life ended.
Yeah, you would think, but I didn't.
I would have taken the over just based on the way you live.
That's true.
What's the word I'm looking for? This is like when I mean, he's the owner and he's like starting himself at quarterback, you know? It's like, really, dude?
Jackie Moon.
He's like Mark Cuban. You're my friends. Well, we kind of work for you, but okay. Yeah, Jackie Moon.
Oh.
Yep, he did wax his whole body.
God, he probably took so many baths and rivers and just like I bet he was insufferable during this movie, just talking to everyone about natural coconut food and just stupid. I bet Kevin Nash hated him so much. Like, just take steroids, you'll be fine.
This guy definitely works out the least of any of these people.
Efron, imagine how much better this movie would be.
Mm-hmm. Is this guy supposed to not be in that good of shape?
No, he's supposed to be the chosen one.
I didn't know if the point was like he has so much raw talent, he's just not working for it, you know?
No, this was before the big, right before the big steroid boom in Hollywood, when like everyone was doing steroids for roles.
He's like, you're getting the call up to the big leagues. You're not coming off the bench tonight. You're starting. Get in the bullpen, start fucking warming up.
Like, I got the fucking crowd red hot.
Like, I wonder if they get like competitive, like they walk back there. I would hate to follow that.
Oh, you know, there's so much pettiness with strippers. Like, oh my god, like I'm the star. Why are you fucking going against the wall out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Happens when you wear the same G-string. God, the drama.
This might be a dumb question because it would make sense if they just edited it out of the movie. But if you go to like a real male strip club, do they show you their penises?
I think some do, I would assume.
Well, it's just like a strip club, like it was fully nude or not.
I'm sure in the movie.
But fully nude for like, obviously the parts you want to see. It's like way different for women versus a male stripper versus, but guys want to see the boobs.
I love how their apartment won. So this the kid is not in the second one?
This girl? Or
the
main? Yeah, her brother's not in the second one.
Makes no sense. Okay.
I think they might have just had their falling out. Again, this movie's over. It has 7 minutes left. I feel like there's 45 more minutes.
I know. I need so much more development in any of these characters.
Well, they got me interested. Like, shit is setting up. I'm like, how are you about to just have the credits roll?
This would have hit Earth from Armageddon, and this would have ended like fucking 30 minutes ago, but...
Channing Tatum's like, I need to talk to you because I have been hanging out with you for 30 minutes of this movie, and I still don't know if you're hot or not.
Yeah, let's have an honest conversation while you're in your stripper gear. This would be a fun movie if it was reversed.
I think that movie's
like a Memento situation.
Yeah.
She's having sex with everyone, and he still trusts her, though.
He's still like Olivia Munn's fiance. This chick does have like some real art on the wall in her house.
This is a nice apartment.
It is.
Except for, the blood stain on the wall in his brother's room where that hooker died. But they're getting that.
It adds, yeah, we're going to get that painted over. Till then, it adds character to the house.
I'm thinking about going to Home Goods or Michael's and getting another portrait.
Really round out the room.
There's a sale this weekend, so I gotta wait. But until then, there'll be bloodstains.
I'm so mad about this.
What?
Like, they've had zero chemistry this entire movie. And I was like, I'll respect them for not putting them together. And they're about to, put them together.
And if we're being honest, it sounds like the only reason she, respects him now respects, quote unquote, is because he basically loaned her brother $10,000.
Yeah.
So literally you can put a price on her love, $10K.
Yeah, she was, again, I don't understand her holier than thou. She's living with her brother in Tampa and in a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom apartment.
Like, you look down on your brother for living in that apartment. If he wasn't there, you couldn't afford the fucking rent.
And she's been recovering from wisdom tooth surgery the entire 3 months this movie has taken place.
I think she was kind of supporting her, deadbeat brother, but now he's probably making more money than her.
That's what she's upset about, really. Fucking turntables.
Women get pissed at other women when they strip because they make so much money because they're not hot enough to do it, or they actually have self-dignity themselves that...
I do say, I mean, it's just disrespectful. He left in the middle of his shift. Like, if that happened at a Waffle House, chaos would ensue.
Like, she's like, what can we do at 7 hours? He's like, we could watch the first 2 Godfathers.
That's hard.
Okay. That's like a No Country for Old Men type ending.
And please do not compare.
Why the fuck
did
he
compare?
Keep telling us?
I really wish Thurman was on this movie.
Did you just compare Tommy Lee Jones' monologue to that?
Yes, they both end abruptly mid-sentence. Actually, this one had more of
a little ending montage. All right.
So now that the movie's over, really, why did Soderbergh keep updating us on what month it was?
Yeah, what the fuck did that have to do with anything?
It had to do with nothing. He didn't even get his thing. He didn't. I can't believe that's how it ends.
I don't know what to think of that movie. I'm kind of torn here a little bit.
I mean, the fact 30 minutes ago is where is this movie going? And then it didn't go anywhere.
We're going to have to...
At all.
I guess it picks up right off.
The second one said he basically takes all the strippers from the strip club except the new guy, and they go to Myrtle Beach for a summer.
So it's American Pie 2. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
We've been the Broforce Squad. That was Magic Mike. I guess No Country for Old Mike. But
Do you think anyone else has ever made that comparison? I have to ask.
It's truly taken way too seriously by the director. This might have been the most interesting movie we've ever done a commentary. Please comment below. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on RedTube. No, that's a porn site. Redbox.
No, we're on there.
All other gay commentaries.
We both got RedTube after this fucking thing because we're gonna. Until then, for Jeff, Ronnie, and Matt, we'll see you all later.